Good morning, this is Greg with Liberty Figs and Apiary. It is Sunday, June 7th, at the horizontal hive. I think last week or the week before that, I called it vertical. I do know the difference between horizontal and vertical, but something about talking to the camera and me doing more than one thing at the same time, I lose my words and I'm thinking either ahead or behind. I'm not sure which. So I've already given them a little bit of smoke on the front. This is, I think, the third week I've had this from Nuke, from Ashby Miller and Ashby Farms. This hive looked great last week. I'm really pretty pleased. I did add a couple frames of drawn comb with some honey in it. And yeah, want to give them the best chance they have. Let's get in and let's see what we got. All right. All right. And I did build this hive myself from some lumber that my son had given me. So thank you for that, Alex. I've been storing stuff in here, some of my extra equipment for quite a while, as you can kind of tell. Some bees up here, which I guess is okay. I'm going to start from this side and move that way, so I only really have to release a little bit of a time at a little bit of a time. No sense in disturbing the whole hive if you don't have to. Wow, they get this stuff propolized down so fast. So fast. Ooh, it's so sticky. All right. I don't see the queen on there. Maybe I should go from the honey side first. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go from the honey side first. I think that makes more sense. All right, here's the follower board. I want to see how we're doing with the honey that I gave them. Okay, that's completely empty. Completely empty. I probably only put about half in there. And no dead bees. Filled it up halfway, maybe 3/4. So they took all that and no dead bees, which is great. All right. I'll tell you what, it looks like there are bees all over here. On all of these frames. I mean, not a lot of them. This is one of the ones I put in there. It's got a little bit of honey and a lot of pollen on there. So this was a good frame to donate. Ton of pollen right there. I think I am going to give them a little bit of pollen patty. All right, here is a new frame I gave them. I think it was already drawn out a little bit, so I don't think that's anything that they drew out. All right, this looks like another donated frame. Got a little bit of honey in it still. A little bit of pollen. A little bit more honey on this side, so that's good. There's a lot of drone cells in here, and I'm curious, will they rework this? Will they rework existing drone cells into worker cells if they don't want to lay, if there's no need to lay more drones? Or do I need to cut this out or cull it until I need it? If you know, let me know. I don't think I've gotten any comments on any of my videos. A couple shorts I think I did, but it'd be nice to get some of my questions answered anyway. I'm a second-year beekeeper, so I'm definitely still learning what's what. But I sure am having fun learning lots. All right, this was an empty frame. All right, and I'm gonna put a mark on it. Again, I don't know why I'm doing that, but maybe it will come back to benefit me somehow. I don't know. I just see other people do it, so I figure, I'll do it too. They know something I don't know yet. But there are plenty of things that I don't know yet that I hope to soon. All right, this frame is filled with pollen. Or maybe I don't need to give them a pollen patty. I don't know, man. There's a ton of pollen in here. This might be one of the ones that I had frozen. I'm going to look in here to see if there's any, if she's been on this frame yet. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. This has got all pollen. There's not a ton of places even for her to lay on that one. All right. All right. This frame is pretty heavy. All right, it's got a lot of pollen, a lot of honey. It's a pretty nice frame. Got honey all the way around here. You got pollen right here and just a little bit of room for the brood. I see milky larvae in there, so I'm going to look for eggs with a flashlight. Kind of same thing on this side. Looks pretty similar. Oh, look with the flashlight. Let me just look for the queen on this one just to make sure she's not there. I see plenty of pollen baskets. Okay, I do see some milky larvae. I don't see a lot of eggs because it's mostly larvae. All right. More larvae. Okay, she's backfilled all in this. There's a lot of honey and pollen on here, so there's not a ton of places to lay, but where she can lay, she has. So she's doing a superb job. I like this queen. See how calm they are? This frame's pretty heavy. All right, that's a full sheet of brood. There's honey on there. There's nectar on there. No need for pollen. There's pollen everywhere else. Look at that. There's some pollen right there. That bee is doing something with it. Wow, this frame is full both sides. Wow. Awesome. Honeybees are simply amazing. I'm just blown away by what they can do. And I love to be involved with them. All right, a lot of bees over here. Let me smoke them just down out of the way a little bit. Not that they're aggressive, because they certainly aren't. Man, they're getting this propolised. All right, this frame's a little bit lighter. This is the frame they just don't want to seem to draw out. The queen is right there. I don't know if you can see her. She's right there. All right, I'll tell you what, where she can lay, there's brood. I see milky larvae where there's not brood. Same with this side. So, all right, she's got room to lay, but she's filling every spot she can. This looks like an older frame, pretty dark. I don't know if I just smushed that bee or that bee was there. All right, a lot of emerged brood, some honey on the outside. Looks great. Let me see. It's hard to tell, but I think I definitely see milky larvae, so that must be eggs. Those are eggs. Must be. All right, she's doing a great job. This hive is fantastic. It's the first time I've done a horizontal hive, so I was pretty nervous about it, but things seem to be going pretty well. They don't seem to be discouraged at all by it. This frame is filled with brood. It's got some honey and nectar. Looks beautiful. see what the other outside of that frame looks like. Just as darn good. Oh, nice breeze. Oh, that felt good. That felt real good. It's in the 80s somewhere, I suspect, but it's very humid. All right, this outside frame has got a lot of nectar in the bottom portion of it. Outside of the outside frame, nothing going on there, but that's okay. All right, pretty happy with this hive. Things are going really well. I'm very pleased. I do have a bee flying around my ear. He's gone. All right, let's get the feeder put back in here. Let me grab my bucket. Grab my bucket and we'll get some feed in there and then we'll close this up. No reason for you to see that, nothing exciting about that. So this hive is looking great. I feel pretty good about it. I don't know if I have to do anything to it. I don't know that I don't think I'm gonna put a pollen patty on there. I think they got plenty of pollen for any subsequent brood larvae that they need to feed. So, all right, that's gonna do it for now. Next hive, I'll go over to the vented hive and we'll see you over there. All right, bye for now.